My guest today is the reason why we do the Hybrid Soul because we are your destination for music and culture discovery. I'm excited about this guest today because, from the looks of it, he's busy, and we like busy artists who are putting out music and touching the masses. Welcome to the show, Darius Martin. How are you today?
I'm doing amazing, Kelly. Thank you so much for having me. It's a blessing.
Absolutely. I said, I had fun working and preparing for this interview today. And so my first thought was, he's out here working. He is doing his thing. How is this moment for you right now?
It's amazing. I'm actually in Atlanta doing some promo for my latest release, and I got a new album coming out as well. So
Yeah.
exciting. I was in the club last night with my team and everything, just promoting the records and shaking hands and kissing babies. That's all we can be doing out here.
Absolutely. Since you are in Atlanta, let's talk about your single ATL2LA, Atlanta to LA.
Oh,
Let's talk about it. It's featuring Lil Got It and you. Putting this together, working with him, how did that come together?
so my manager, I had made the song. I had already made the song, and then actually out here, I wrote half of the song here in Atlanta, but my engineer had fallen asleep at the board while I was trying to record it. So I was like, you know what? I'm flying out tomorrow to LA. I'll write it on the plane, and then I was literally on the plane to LA, and that's where the kind of concept of ATL to LA came from. And then once I got done with the song, my manager was like, you're not really born in LA. And you're not really from Atlanta, so I feel like maybe we need a feature with this one. And I haven't had a
Yeah.
feature in a while, so I was like, all right, cool. So then we hit up Got It. And he was like, heck yeah, man, come to the studio. I popped up to the studio. Young Thug and his kids were there. We had a good time. He recorded his verse in like 45 minutes. He was just freestyling on the whole thing, went crazy with it. Everybody in the studio was going wild. He has a new album coming out pretty soon too. So
Yeah.
let me listen to a lot of the records, but it's really exciting. It's been amazing just to be in this process and working with these great people that I've seen growing up myself. So
Yeah, you are working hard. And when you're in Atlanta, it is a different experience like no other. So I love just the concept of the song because I feel like every time I go to Atlanta, it's a different experience. It's like, oh, I didn't plan it this way. It's just something always pops up. So I know when you perform this, have you and got a chance to perform it in Atlanta yet?
no, not together yet. I did
Okay.
perform at South by Southwest, and the
Yeah.
crowd was the most lit when I played that song. They were going crazy. They're like, "Nah, run it back, run it back!" And I was like, "Oh, y'all like this one?" They're like, "Yes, yes, it's amazing."
That's
So I got
dope.
some good feedback on it, and then it's been a vibe just being out here in Atlanta. It's always a good time.
That's good. When we talk about evolving, how is if Darius Martin had to tell Ring, your debut song, something for Darius Martin, ATL to Atlanta, what would you
Yeah.
tell him?
Don't stop. Keep being creative. Keep experimenting. Don't feel like you need to put yourself in a lane necessarily because there's a lot of artists that I feel put themselves in a box and they make the same
Mhm.
kind of music over and over and over again. And it works, they're selling records and stuff. But for me, I like the creativity of everything. I like to express myself in every way possible, growing up in New Mexico and having my dad and my mom being two different sides of the world, you know what I mean? So my dad had R&B and hip hop and Prince, Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, and stuff like that. And then my mom had all these country artists and stuff like that. So I got a good mix of everything, really. So yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's talk about your beginnings because you grew up in a few different places. When did your love for singing, because you talk about your parents exposing you to a variety of different music, but singing and I want to be a singer-songwriter like professionally. How did that happen?
I went to school in Ohio. I went out there for academic scholarship actually, and then I got sick. But when I was out there, I tried out for the basketball team, but I didn't make it. So I played sports my whole life. So when I didn't make the team, it really broke my heart. But that same day that I didn't make it, my boy was making beats on his laptop, and I looked over and I was like, "Wait, what are you doing?" He's like, "Man, I'm cooking up a beat right now. You trying to get on this?" I was like, "What is that?" He's like, "Oh, it's GarageBand. It's on every MacBook." I was like, "Oh." Okay, so I went back to my dorm. I made my first beat. It was trash, but like I could just feel the passion for music like I hadn't felt for anything
Yeah.
before like
Yeah, and the rest is history, and we're continuing to build this history.
that.
When let's start back. So, and you started there. And when did that real bug, because you started off as an independent. So you started making music, singing, And when did you decide, like, I'm about to release some music? Hey, Dad, let's do this.
So I had dropped a song years ago before I ever dropped Ring. But it was on like SoundCloud and everything. It was
Hmm.
called, I think it was called Running a Race. No, it was called Shoot First, and it was about basically like I don't shoot back, I shoot first, because I don't want to end up on a T-shirt. It was just about how life is, how the world is kind of just going to not the greatest place right now, and how I wanted to not be a victim of anything anymore. You know what I mean? So after he heard that song, my cousin had showed it to him, and he's like, man, he calls me up and he's like, hey, yeah, you want to go back in the studio and work on this one again? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So then me and him started working together on the music side of everything, and then we started a label together, and then the rest is history from there.
I love that. Your story is still building, but like what you've already started creating, like is so inspiring for other independent artists, artists alone, and business people. Was it was it always the thought for you, I'm gonna do this and put it out myself, or were you like most artists, I gotta get signed by a label?
For me, it was I kind of did want to build it myself. I felt
Mm-hmm.
like because after I had graduated from the recording school, I started working with a couple of producers and everything, and I'd meet a lot of artists coming through in and out the studios, and I would always hear horror stories about their deals and how much money
Mm-hmm.
they owed back to the labels and this and that. So I kind of shied away from going towards that aspect, and then that's when I decided to start my own label with my pops.
Yeah. What have you learned as a businessman, just about releasing music and just
You
the
never
ins and
know,
outs?
you never know what song is gonna catch the listener's ear. You got
Mm-hmm.
like my most streamed song is "Feel Away," and I almost didn't even put that song out. And that's
Mm.
because I almost didn't put it out. And but my team was like, "Yo, I love this song." I was like, "I'm not really feeling it that much," and then I put it out, and it went crazy. It was all over the playlists on Spotify and everything like that. But you just never know.
Yeah. Let's talk about you working with the amazing duo Cool and Dre. 'Cause you even mentioning like getting the country music from your mom and your dad and stuff. I love the song Rodeo. Cool and Dre are amazing people. How did that connection happen?
I met Cool and Dre through my manager that I had at the time. He had
Hmm.
introduced us, and then he was like, "Yo, they have an opening in Miami if you want to go to their studio and for like 4 or 5 days and work on some records." And I was like, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, I've listened to Cool and Dre my whole life without
Yeah.
even realizing because I started looking him up more so. And I'm like, oh, I listened to this song. I listened to this song. I listened to this one. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Going through all the credits and everything. And then when I met them, it was just instantly like just the chemistry was there. The songwriters I had there were amazing. Everybody, that whole team is just honestly they're a blessing.
You have a great work ethic. What did you learn during the time working with them?
Iron sharpens iron. You got to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are either on that same level as you or above you because you want to get, you never want to stop evolving. You got to
Yeah.
always be creative. You got to always be on top of it. I try to write songs and at least be doing something every single day so I'm not losing my spark, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Your community, who are some other artists that you kind of share music, get advice from, or wisdom? Do you have like an inner circle that you're building now?
yes, absolutely. Cool and Dre, they have a lot of songwriters and artists over there on their team. My boy Kanan, he's an artist as well. My boy Dimitri. I work with Spill My Ink and just a lot of people, right? At least like a lot of cool people, man. You meet some of the most amazing, wonderful souls in this business.
Yeah. What's been the funnest part of your job as to date now?
Watching the crowd, like when you get on stage and you bring that energy and they're reciprocating it back to you, and you could have had the worst day ever, but as soon as I get on stage and we're sitting there laughing and joking and screaming and jumping up and down, I love to make people feel good about themselves.
Yeah, I love that. You, like I said, you've been busy and you've been putting out music. What have you learned because you've put out R&B, you've put out different styles of music, Afro beats. Putting out that music in that certain pocket, how does that help you as you are putting together Sorry No More?
It helped me because it was like I said, growing up in New Mexico and Texas, Arizona, California, Ohio, I moved all over the place. So I got
Yeah.
different ears for all different types of music. And this album, working on the country and the hip hop, R&B, all these different things, and the Afro beats. It's all kind of colliding into this album. But
Hmm.
I have some skits and everything in it, so it just flows like it's just a story. You know what I mean? But it's my story going from
Yeah.
where I started to where I'm trying to go.
Yeah. You talked about Michael Jackson, as far as musical influences. In addition to that, were you a Prince guy too?
That's Prince is one of my favorites. Absolutely. That's actually my dad's favorite artist too.
Oh wow. Who else musical influences? It could be some current people. Who do you listen to now growing up and like who inspire you?
Uh, I do like Bad Bunny. I love Marvin Gaye. I love Metallica. I love AC/DC, Coldplay.
Oh wow.
Uh, Shinsia, we did a show together actually when she was in LA, so that was amazing. And then her music is just fire. Watching her perform and the
Yeah.
way she rocks the stage with her team, man, it was. I love to go to shows and just take everything in, what I
Hmm.
can myself and everything like that. So I've been working with a lot of people, and I've always been inspired by anything really.
Yeah, I see. And all the places that you grew up in, oh my goodness, so much different music. That's a blessing. That's a blessing to be exposed to so much different music. When I see you on social media, you like on the stages with your fans, South by Southwest, and you're getting a chance to be in the moment of things that you saw when you were little growing up
Yes.
on TV. How has that experience? Has it been someone that you met that you're like, oh my God, I've been a fan, and now here we are meeting as like fellow artists.
Oh, let me see. I met, oh my gosh, I met Zaytoven actually. He sent me a beat pack and everything. So last time I was in Atlanta, he came to the studio. He's like, man, I got a beat pack for you. My boy Dimitri had set it up. And I'm sitting there like, yo, this is crazy. This is so wild to me. Like you're standing right in front of me, sending me a beat pack, and I used to listen to all your music growing up. This is so
Yeah.
wild. So
Yeah. That's amazing. Let's talk about your project Sorry No More. What what's going to be on there? What can we expect
we got
on this?
ATL2LA, Fill My
Yeah.
Cups on it, Rolex on it. And then I have a song that I'm about to drop actually with Brandy, with a
Wow.
sample of Brandy on there. So I just had to get that one cleared last week. We got it done, so I'm excited for that one to come out. It's gonna be a vibe. I talk about God a lot throughout the process, throughout the skits and everything. So you really know, like everything is kind of just a story from start to finish, but it just tells you everything you need to know. My favorite songs on the album are "Sweet Lies," "Sorry No More," and "Love You."
Wow. Wow. When you played it for your family and your close friends, or have you?
Yes,
I wanted to know what's the feedback.
I love it. But like, man, I can't believe like watching you grow up and now you're doing your thing. Blah blah blah. You made an album. I'm like, man, I still can't believe I'm out here making albums. It's crazy to me still.
Yeah, yeah. On stage, when you are on the South by Southwest and doing different shows, um, like who are some people like growing up maybe seeing on stage, like when you see that and you say that you go watch shows of people, your fans, like what's the plan when you're laying out your shows for us?
To have an experience that you'll never forget, the kind of
Hmm.
things that'll make you forget about everything wrong that's going on in your life and the world. You're just in that moment. And sometimes I feel like we get so caught up in our daily lives, we forget to enjoy every single moment that God has given us. Even right now, this is a blessing to even be here, waking up today. You know what I mean? So, but growing up, my first concert I ever went to was actually Chris Brown. I was in third grade, I believe. And watching him
Uh-huh.
on stage, I was like, yo, this is crazy. He's out here dancing and swinging on the ropes and everything. And I was just like, yo, this is wild to me.
Yeah. You give off such good energy, but
Uh,
as a rising star, how did you push through the hard moments, the hard times?
God, it's
Yeah.
always God. It's always been God. At the end of the day, no matter what's happened, I've always kept my faith really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I come
Mm-hmm.
from a family of people who pray and people who are very passionate and go to church and just really stay connected with that.
Would you say God is your balance, how you keep, because you look, you're in Atlanta, you was in the club and stuff and hanging out. Like, what is your balance like getting through?
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta have God, you know what I mean? Even in moments like that, I'm having a conversation with my manager yesterday in the club about God and the books that I've been reading and everything. So no matter where you're at, you can still spread his message. I feel like I am in these rooms because he knows I'm gonna talk about him.
Hmm.
knows
Hmm.
I'm gonna talk about these things. Even
I
if I'm
love
in the club and people are over there and we're still having a good time, but we're still, involving God into everything that I do.
I love that. I love that. It's so true. I sometimes wonder how do people get through without him.
Exactly.
Um, as far as this project, Sorry No More, how did you come up with that? What Sorry No More, like the title?
So sorry no more stems from me. I feel like a lot of my life I was not living in my fullest purpose because I was scared to step on people's toes. I was
Hmm.
scared to, offend them. And now that I'm at this point in my life, I'm gonna do what I have to do unapologetically, and I'm just not saying sorry no more.
I love that. I love that. The goals for this project and you as an artist, because you are, I see a lot, rising star, Darius Martin. What's the goals, like your short term goals as far as with your music and just you as an artist and businessman?
So my short-term goals is definitely keep building the fan base, start doing shows. I want to start doing my own festivals, and now that I have the label and everything set up, I do want to start signing other artists as well, so we can start just building this like-mindedness of God-fearing people, but it's still good music. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to talk about God in every single song, but nonetheless, the base of everything that we do is still faith-based.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm curious, just the people that you're meeting, has anyone given you any words of wisdom on your journey that just really stuck with you that you
Mm.
could share?
Cool and Dre had told me to just once you get on, just keep your foot on the gas because no matter what's going on, no matter you just got to be creative. Just stay in the studio, stay cooking up, stay writing, stay creative.
Oh, I love that. And my final question to you, Darius, as an artist, um, putting out music, what would you say to an artist who is in their room and afraid and has good music and just feel like it's I don't know how to.
I was there myself. I
Mhm.
spent years producing before I ever sang. So for me, I've never sang in front of people, and so my producer at the time he was like, "Yo, we're about to go to this karaoke bar, blah 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 blah. My friends are gonna be there." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then we're sitting there, and he's like, "Hey, I signed you up for a song," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I signed you up for a song, but go up there and sing." And I'm like, "Oh, so this is my first time singing in front of anybody." I
Yeah.
was so nervous, I was so scared, but nonetheless, do it while you're scared. Do it when you feel like everything is against you. Just do it, because at the end of the day, it's not about you're gonna have regrets of the things you didn't do, not the things that you were cringe worthy doing. You know what I mean? It's more the things that you didn't get to do that you
Yeah.
should have done.
Word. Word. Well, I can't. What else is there? You just dropped the mic on this, you know? Well, I want to, we support you. We thank you for just showing out. You know, I'm looking forward to hearing more of Sorry No More Project, Atlanta to LA, rodeo. I feel like there needs to be a dance to rodeo. Okay, a line dance.
Hey, we might have to do one. Shoot.
I'm saying, I think we got to do this. But I look forward to meeting you soon, seeing you on somebody's stage in the near future. And congratulations on this project. You got a winning team, and we look forward for more.
Appreciate you so much. God
Okay.
bless. You guys
Yes,
get home.
absolutely. My guest today is Darius Martin. Get his project, Sorry No More. It's the Hybrid Soul with Kelly Kinkaid, your destination for music and culture discovery. Until next time.